So on today's episode of the CryptoCast podcast, I am pleased to have Mr. Jukka Blomberg of LocalBitcoins, and you are the Chief Marketing Officer. So, can you tell us, I guess, for people who are unfamiliar, can you tell us a little bit about LocalBitcoins? Give us kind of the elevator pitch.
Yeah. And first of all, thanks for inviting me here. So LocalBitcoins is, I guess we are the oldest peer-to-peer marketplace, Bitcoin marketplace. We were established in 2012, so quite a long time ago. And at the moment, we are the biggest peer-to-peer marketplace. There is roughly $3 billion worth Bitcoin transactions in our platform every year. We are based in Helsinki. We have 60 to 70 employees from 21 different nationalities, so very, very international company. And we do operate in 150 plus countries. And mainly our biggest markets are mainly in Africa, Latin America, Asia, so developing countries. So that's shortly what LocalBitcoins is all about.
Amazing. And can you give us a little bit of a background about yourself, how you got involved in cryptocurrency, and how long you've been with LocalBitcoins?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been LocalBitcoins just under a year. Let's say 1 year ago, LocalBitcoins basically didn't do any marketing. So marketing is a new thing here, and of course, I mean, I was hired to establish the whole marketing function here and recruit the team and start everything that goes under marketing. But when it comes to me, I have been investor for quite a long time, and let's say we are probably talking about 2012, 2013. I was investing quite a lot in gold miners, gold ETFs, and so forth. And obviously, I was looking at these investor seminars as well, like freedom festivals, gold investor seminars, and so forth. And around that time, there started to be a lot of discussion about cryptocurrencies, in gold investor seminars. So I started studying what it is all about. I spent quite lots of time, and I didn't understand at all what is Bitcoin and what's the investment case there and so forth. So fast forward many years, I started investing in Bitcoin in 2018. So just very recently, a few years ago, and since then I've been buying. I pretty much buy every month with a small amount. Call it stacking sats or whatever you want to call it. Never been selling, so I'm just accumulating Bitcoin for the last couple of years. And of course, I mean, this opportunity to come to LocalBitcoins, it was just just a perfect fit for me personally, for my interest, and of course, I'm a marketing person as a background, so it was an easy choice for me.
Right on. And so that actually, one question that I've been really wanting to ask you guys. So I know that, or at least to my knowledge, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but because of these new kind of like KYC requirements, I remember reading and hearing a couple times that it had affected LocalBitcoins. Is that true? And can you kind of give us, I guess, a little bit of detail about what happened there?
Yeah. And it did affect. So last September, roughly 1 year ago, we got the Finnish Financial Authority regulation license, which means, of course, that we started doing KYCing, all the customers. So we do KYC in 150 plus countries. And, the immediate effect, of course, was that the trade volumes went down, I think, roughly 1/3. And now we hit the bottom like January, February this year. So we did lose 1/3, maybe even more of our trade volumes. And there are lots of reasons for that. Like, first of all, there are people who are very much against for KYC. So obviously they went to other platforms. And also doing KYC in 150 countries, that is not, I can tell you, that's not easy. So obviously our queues were long. People got, our customers really, how would I say it? Some customers had to wait way too long. That's too much. They go somewhere else. So we did take a pretty nice hit there. But I mean, now we have been improving a lot lately, and you can see it in trade volumes. We are not exactly back where we used to be, but we are not far away, and I have a pretty good feeling that we will get where we were, and actually we will get beyond that within the next half a year to year. But of course, it means that we really need to improve our processes. People shouldn't be waiting for many days to get their documents approved. We need to make the whole platform much more secure, and then of course provide more value for our customers. But that is true. Like we did take our trade volumes took a pretty nice hit because of the KYC.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, at least on the bright side, I don't think you'll ever have the issue like KuCoin recently had, how they had this huge hack of whatever it was, 200 million, 150 million of cryptocurrency was hacked from the exchange. So I guess you guys have the benefit where you kind of provide, I guess you facilitate, like you said, P2P, and you're kind of doing the job of an exchange, so to speak, but maybe not necessarily in this very granular way where you're doing all these little micro trades and whatever else. But I actually wanted to ask, because so I've personally never used LocalBitcoins, but I have looked at the website multiple times, and I've always been fascinated by that idea. And I remember hearing about LocalBitcoins. Probably was one of the first platforms I heard about when I started getting into crypto maybe 2 years ago. I know, or at least I had read somewhere, that it was being really widely used in Russia. Is very interesting stuff. So I guess to anyone who's wondering, how exactly would you use like LocalBitcoins? You would have to give your KYC, and then you would basically put up that you're looking to buy a certain amount of Bitcoin, and then someone in your area, like how does that transaction happen? Does it happen online? Do you have to meet them in person? Because that's always in my mind, as I pictured meeting in person and then passing over a piece of paper with a QR code in an alleyway, and they give you some cash or something.
Yeah. No, it doesn't happen. It might have that might have been the case, I don't know, 5 years ago, whenever, like we did have those local cash trades, and I've heard funny stories that you go to a coffee shop and you meet somebody and give money, and then in 10 minutes they give you the Bitcoins. No, we don't do that anymore. So how it happens is that you register as LocalBitcoins user, and then we do the KYC for you. So we check your IDs, and well, depends on your tier how much you're gonna trade. So that we might ask your utility bills and the usual KYC stuff. But then when you are the customer, we have buyers and sellers. So you might just pick certain advertisement who's saying that I'm selling Bitcoin with this price. They usually, especially in Europe, they are very close to spot prices, and so you just pick advertisement. I want to buy 500 euros worth of Bitcoin, use this payment method. Then the seller says okay. At that point, like the Bitcoins will be escrowed in LocalBitcoin. So we handle you take the Bitcoins there as an escrow. You pay the seller through bank or whatever you do, and then we release the Bitcoins for you. So that's how it actually happens. And the whole thing, of course, it depends how responsive all the parties are. It can take, I don't know, 10 minutes, or it may take some hours, or maybe day. Depends on with whom you are trading, but usually it's pretty fast.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So I don't want to maybe take too close of a look here. So what has been the, I guess, angle? Because of course you were brought in to do the marketing. So what are you guys targeting? What are you guys looking to, I guess, accomplish? Of course, you said the trading volumes are slowly coming back up. I think that's going to happen. I mean, hopefully, regardless of what you guys are doing, because I think that there is a growing interest in the cryptocurrency space. So that's always nice. But is there something specifically that you guys are looking at, or that you are tasked with? Say they say, we have to get the trading volume up, or are we trying to get a certain type amount of user base? Are there maybe some new products you guys are going to be rolling out? I'm very curious.
Yeah. Good question. I mean, first of all, obviously, always for the marketing, you need to have new customers, new sales, and so forth. But I have one kind of guiding line on what I'm doing, is that you always focus on the customer. You figure out how you can add more value for the customer, and rest will follow. So we have done lots of like we have 6 million customers globally, which is a huge amount of customers. So we have done lots of research. I have personally talked with tens of our customers from different countries, having a call 1 hour call with our customers in Venezuela, just listening on how we do add value there, what is bad in our service, how we could improve it. So of course everything starts from listening to your customers, understanding the value we provide, and where are the pain points, what we can improve in our service. And then we of course need to improve through our development. And couple of the key things, we have said this publicly many times, but if you, for example, look at our website, it's I don't know when the UI was done. Let's say that it was done in 2012-13. We need to refresh our UI. The user experience of our website needs to be much better. Our customers have been asking, like, they need to have mobile applications. Yes, we have said that we bring the mobile applications. Still during this year, we will have the first versions out. Also, when you think about Bitcoin usage, it's from European or US perspective, like we are hodlers or traders or whatnot, but I mean, Bitcoin is being used in so many different ways in different countries, Africa, Latin America, and so forth. And just understanding how Bitcoin is being used there, and then tailoring your service for those use cases, that's of course one thing that we are really looking into. And of course, when we bring better user experiences for our customers, when they're happier, of course, then we will get more customers in, and there will be more trading, and that's of course how we make money. So that's basically the core of the marketing function in LocalBitcoins.
Yeah, and it's actually, I think, at least personally, my and you might have been able to tell, my own personal, I guess, experience is that I've gone to LocalBitcoins website, at least a half a dozen times, in the last year. But I would always end up, thinking, well, first of all, and especially now, like, I think with this pandemic, I guess people are, again, I have this impression, I feel a lot of people that are familiar with LocalBitcoins or have heard of it in the past, they think that it's, this thing where you have to sit down and physically meet another person, you have to trust them to pay you and everything. And like you said, that's maybe what it once was. And I think that in combination with the pandemic, and then also this kind of older version or older view of the older platform of LocalBitcoins, I think that's the one thing, because that might be holding people back. Because I mean, the only reason that I use an exchange, for example, is I'm not really a trader, and I think that most people that buy cryptocurrency, like you said, there's probably a lot of people that are using it for other things, like they're getting paid in crypto, or they're using it to fund whatever business, or maybe they're buying medication, or who knows what they're doing. It's not that they're sitting, they don't need an exchange. Basically, they don't need an exchange. They would love to have something that is simple, like LocalBitcoins, where they can just buy it. They can even do it from someone who's local, and I think that even adds a whole dimension of value there, where you are transferring that money not to some exchange that's maybe some tax haven somewhere in that's taking these little trading fees. You're not dealing with either a trader that's in America or some exchange that's in a tax haven. You are literally transferring that value to someone else that's near you, that's in your country. So that money is staying in that economy, if that makes any sense. I think that's a really strong selling point. And I mean, I imagine that's something you guys have been exploring as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you look at Africa, it's a very exciting area. So think about you want to transfer money from Kenya to Nigeria. Like, there really is, like, if I want to, I don't know if are you sitting in the US or whatever country you're sitting in?
Yeah, in the Czech Republic, actually.
Okay, but hey, if I want to transfer you some money, I can do it with bank transfer, and it's pretty much immediately or latest tomorrow on your bank account with very little fee, probably zero fees. But I mean, try to transfer money from Kenya to Nigeria. That really, like, there is no established bank connections. Most probably you cannot even use PayPal and these whatever services, financial services we are used to use here in the Western countries. But you can do it with the Bitcoin. You can do it with the LocalBitcoins, just like that. And there's just a few % fee to do that. And think about if you use these remittance services, sending money from, let's say, from US to Nigeria or any African country, so forth. I mean, they take 10% fee from that transfer. When you do it with the Bitcoin and local Bitcoins, you probably pay 2 to 3% fee just by using Bitcoin for that service. And also, like when you think about countries, Africa, Latin America, and so forth, like you don't really have an option to buy from centralized exchanges. Like which exchange would accept Venezuelan bolivars as a payment? And also, like with the exchanges, you usually have to use bank transfer or credit card, or just use other cryptos. But I mean, we support maybe, I don't know, 150 different payment methods and different currencies. So this is, of course, a big advantage for people who don't have a European or US credit card, or don't have euros or US dollars. So they can use their local, whatever they have, and their local currency, and still buy Bitcoin. So that's a very big advantage that we have, and we provide in many countries.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I wanted to circle back. So you had mentioned, so you have maybe like you're going to be developing a new website. You maybe have a mobile app in development. Is there anything else? Because that sounds really interesting. I personally, I think that's really awesome.
Yeah. I mean, those are the things that we have said publicly. I guess the key thing is that we try to understand and talk with our customers globally, and really realize or get their input, like what would they want to have from us. And obviously, the key is to do our core service, which is the Bitcoin marketplace, do it really, really well. Make sure that there's no scammers. Things go smoothly. People don't have to wait for their documents to be approved too many days. Make the core service really, really smooth, and then of course support different kind of payment methods that we might not even know here, but really bring the support for different payment methods. And of course, I mean, there are still, I was talking about these different use cases. One big use case is remittance, so sending money from one country to another. You can do it now really well with the local Bitcoins and Bitcoin, but of course you can still tailor the user experience towards that direction. And these kind of things we are looking into.
Right on. And if there's someone who's going to listen to this and they have maybe some feedback they want to share, is there anywhere that they can go, an email, or is there a place on the Local Bitcoins website where they can leave some feedback and either get in touch with you or the team, or
Yeah.
basically where can people go provide this information if they have it for you guys?
Well, if you want to provide some feedback, for example, for me, we have info@localbitcoins.com. I think those emails come directly to me and a couple of others. And of course, on our website, we have a contact us section. So we will get back to you within 24 hours if you leave us some feedback or have questions or whatever you might have.
Right on. Awesome. So Jukka, I'd like to thank you so much for your time. Are there any closing thoughts or anything you wanted to share before we wrap up?
No, it was great that you invited me here. It's great to share the ideas and the thoughts that we have here in Local Bitcoins, and then of course have a discussion with the industry and users here. Yeah,
and thank you so much, because I mean, even for me, I think that this is going to be really helpful to a lot of people, because I think a lot of people don't realize that Local Bitcoins is, it's evolving, and it's not, it's not what it used to be. It's something new, and it's growing, and I'm really excited to see all the things that that you guys have made public and not made public that are going to be coming out in the next few months or years.
Exactly.
All right, thank you so much, and have a great day, Jukka.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.